Here is our third part of our recommendations of 5 B movies to watch during this terrifying month. At Midnight, I'll Take Your Soul, 1964. A film directed by and starring José Mojica Marins, an icon of Brazilian B movies. Mojica had invented a monster, his personal monster that was to accompany him throughout a saga with films such as This Night I'll Possess Your Corpse, 1967. The Strange World of Coffin Joe, 1968. Awakening of the Beast, 1970. And the very strange and relatively recent reboot, Devil's Reincarnation, 2008. Mojica Marins soon became a version of Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff, whom he wanted to imitate. The character of Freddy Krueger is partly inspired by Mr. Zé do Caixão, and the nails he wears are real. Bad Taste was written and directed by Peter Jackson in 1987, who would later direct The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit trilogies. The film began filming in 1981 as a 10-minute short film called Roast of the Day. There was no script for the film, which was developed according to the ideas the director came up with during the week. It was filmed in New Zealand on a budget of only $25,000. Jackson built his own Steadicam, which cost him only $15,000. It took him 4 years to film it, and he shot it on weekends. The loss of the tapes containing the original audio tracks forced Jackson to redo all the dialogue. The film was assisted by the New Zealand Film Commission in order to finish the film. After the Cannes Film Festival, it would get international distribution. The original poster for the film showed an alien with a raised middle finger, but in the US, the film was advertised with the alien gesturing in peace, and the film's logo is almost identical to that of the North American food chain Fatburger. Frank Henenlotter, director and screenwriter of Basket Case, found the inspiration for the film in his teenage memories of watching low-budget movies in New York's grindhouse theaters. The director imagined a monster inside a basket that jumped on people who opened it. While sitting in a hot dog stand on a Times Square street, the first sketch of Basket Case was born. Both the general idea for the film and some of the dialogue were written on used napkins. Basket Case was originally conceived as more gore, but the first distributor decided to make some cuts to present it as a comedy. So it was later released in theaters with the subtitle The Full Uncut Version. TerrorVision was directed by Ted Nicolau in 1986, who also directed other low-budget horror films such as The Dungeon Master, 1984, and the 4-part Subspecies Saga. The film's poster was created and distributed before the screenplay was even written. Produced by Empire Pictures, the film's name is a play on the words television and horror. The film was shot in Los Angeles, California. Although the blood is replaced with green slime, the film was given an R rating. It received mixed reviews from audiences, was a box office flop, but is a film that became a cult film. BrainDead is a comedy horror film directed by Peter Jackson and released in 1992. The film was titled BrainDead in most countries, but in the United States, it was released under the title Dead Alive, because there was already another film with the same name. It is known for its extreme level of violence and gore. In fact, the film holds the Guinness World Record for the bloodiest scene in the history of cinema. During the filming, approximately 30,000 liters of fake blood were used. These have been the 5 films recommended by B-Movies Curiosities. Stay tuned to the Halloween special because we are terrifyingly alive.